Welcome to Brand Builders TV. Deep dive topics, tools and resources brought to you by global thought leaders from within the Brand Builders Club. This show gives you access to the strategies that you can use to move forward with ease and flow in every area of your life and business. In today's show, Sally is going to share her strategies for catchy first lines. Do you want a blissful life? Well, this is where it all starts. When you start this conversation, you'll begin to feel a love for life. And how can it get better than that? Relationship building can take time, so don't be put off if you get the cold shoulder or hear scolding. It's okay. Just stay the course, and if you don't already know how, join Sally on this show to find out. Learn it, model it, and get shit done. Let's go.
So even in adversity, even if you're sideways, you can have an undercurrent of joy, because that's what a blissful life is. And if that sounds like the life you want, perfect. Stay tuned. Yes. Especially when you have friends, obstacles can be easy to overcome. And we're going to learn a little later how to get everybody on board. So stay tuned for that too. So first off, this is how we're going to roll. You'll learn the 3 most important relationships that you can ever have. And then we'll go into a meditation so you can have a tool that you can use daily to keep that conversation going. And since you and I both know that when you want to be calm, you don't have time for meditation. So my gift to you today is a video with stress relief techniques that you can use when you need them. And no one even knows that you're using them. You just need to go to yourblissfuljourney.com/stress-relief/. It's in the heading of the notes. And you'll get access to that video. So who is this most important conversation with? It's with you. So how about if you get to know me, myself, and I, your body, mind, and spirit? Because when it's out of balance, and you're out of balance, it's like a 3-legged stool, kind of wobbly, and life can be unstable, with huge ups and ginormous downs. So I'd like to ask you a couple questions, if I might. Who has trouble with a busy brain? Right? Sometimes. Maybe more often. Maybe when you're trying to fall asleep at night, your brain just won't let you go to sleep. Do you have some aches in your body? And what do you do with those aches? Do you try to tamp them down, or do you pay attention? What does your heart really want? What do you long for? Not just short term, but the big picture. Do you know? So what if you could quiet your mind? What if you could understand what the pains mean? And what if you really knew what you want? How would your life be different? And take a moment and just write down a couple ideas on that. You can put them in the chat. You can just put a little note next to you so that you'll have something to investigate as we move along. So why is this the most important conversation that you can have? Have you ever been on a walk? Or maybe you have dogs, right? And if you don't even have them, you've been on a walk and you've seen somebody who has two dogs. One dog wants to go one way, the other dog wants to go the other way, and the person is either stuck in the middle or trying to drag them along. It's not. It's not easy. So how do you get everybody on the same page? Well, if you have the dog whisperer around, that's helpful. But you talk to them. You say, hey, we're going this way. Maybe you have a treat to entice the dogs or whatever. But if everybody's on the same page, you're going in one direction and everybody can have a good time. Nobody ends up with sore arms or feeling out of sorts. And that's the goal with what we're going to do today, is to have you have a resource that you can go to so that you'll be on the same page. So to help with the meditation, you may want to get out a piece of paper and you can draw a little gingerbread man. And this little gingerbread man, and if you have colored pencils, it'll be great too. Or you can have your pen and write. But this little gingerbread man is something that you can print out and use it again and again. But it's your graph, and put the date on top so you know where you were and how far you've progressed. It's just nice to see those things. So now we're just going to take a couple deep breaths. And I like to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth. It just seems to center me a little bit better. And we're going to do that meditation to check in with yourself. We're just saying hello. And I've been hearing a lot about it's kind of like going on, you haven't gone on a date yet, but you're just kind of getting to know each other, because a lot of us don't pay attention to what our bodies are saying. We're in our heads a lot. I mean, in society, that's where we're taught to be. And we're not really listening to our heart because we were told, oh, you have to have this job because it's going to give you this or make you this. And you put down those desires that you had. And so now we're going to just pay a little attention to what we have. We came here with a body that's supposed to carry us around, a mind so that we can see and investigate and evaluate and appreciate this beautiful world. And our soul is what directs us into our higher purpose. It gives us that goal that's bigger than ourselves. So again, we're going to take a couple breaths in through our nose, out through our mouth. One more. And notice how that feels just with breathing through, taking the time to breathe, noticing how the breath works in you. And now we're going to play with what it would feel like if your feet had roots. If your feet had roots that could go down into the earth. And notice what those roots look like and feel like to you. And they can be different every time. And there's nothing wrong with any of this. It is what it is. Maybe you don't see roots. And that's okay. Just pretend, wow, I wonder if I had roots, what that would feel like. And maybe even you're going, oh, this is, crazy. I'll never see this. It'll never happen. And that's okay. Well, maybe I never will, but just this once, I'm open to the possibility that I'll actually feel what Sally's talking about. I'll actually sense. I'll actually hear. We have using all your senses. So as your roots are going into the ground, notice what the soil feels like. And it can be like the soil of your environment, or it can be something like there you are in the mountains and what you're feeling is sand. And so just notice how that feels, how curious, be curious, because that's the open emotion when we're curious. It allows for possibilities. It allows for something to be different instead of expecting the same thing. And so your roots may be scattering shallowly across almost toward the surface, or you might have one root that goes way down into the earth. Or you could have a combination. And the cool thing about the earth is it has everything we need. It has a magnetic current. Our hearts have our bodies have a magnetic current. It has all the minerals that created our bodies to begin with. And it's there to support us. The earth has never had judgment of humans. It is what it is. She always is there for us. And so as you notice how it feels to have your roots in the ground, just notice how your feet feel with these roots that are actually bringing up that nourishment, all the benefits of the earth. And you could just ask yourself, what would feel so good to me right now? You don't even have to know what you need, because your body and your soul know. And your mind on a certain level. So invite what you need to pull in through your feet, and look at your feet and notice maybe they're not the same size in your mind's eye, in your pretend, in your imagination. Maybe one is not as firmly planted as the other, even though both are flat on the floor. And as you breathe, just draw in more of the nourishment of the earth, what you need from the earth, and let it fill your cells, your capillaries, your bones, your toenails, all the way out to the tips of the hairs. And fill your ankles and your heels. You might be noticing a color. And notice where it's easy to accept this and where your body's a little more resistant. It's okay. Whatever happens is perfect, because you're doing it. It is what it is. So as you pull this energy up, you can go as fast or as slowly as you want. And you'll pull up past your ankles that have been filled with a color, with a vibration, with a knowing. And the joints and the joint fluid. And you're drawing up your shin bones and filling all the muscles of your calves. You know, they help you walk. I mean, your legs are amazing. Your body is amazing. And as I'm talking, even if you happen to be missing the organ or body part that I may mention, the energy of that is still with you. So play with this and have a good time. Because this is play. And pull that up with another breath in, up to your knees, feel your knees. If there's something that's achy in your knees, pay attention to that. Ignoring it. I mean, your body is telling you things that you need to know. And so ask, tell me more about that pain. Tell me more about that creak. Where am I creaking in my life? What can I do to support you? And then as you move up, you're still communicating with your body because you're noticing. So pull up all that beautiful energy from the earth into your thigh bones. Oh my gosh, the history that your thigh bones have. Your bones turn over the most slowly in your body, and these thigh bones work on your body's immunity by creating the cells that will become blood cells and immune cells. So fill those and nourish that. Nourish that part of your body and thank it for doing its best. And then pull up into your bum, feel the energy, the color, the vibration. What would feel most nourishing to my back right now? How can I most support my body and my mind and my soul? And let that energy fill your pelvic bowl, fill all the organs that you have. Breathe up your spine. Feed all those nerves in your spine because they actually innervate every part of your body. Your spine's health is so important. And notice, again, the areas that it's easy to fill and the areas that it's not so easy. And these will be things that you'll be writing on your gingerbread man. So pay attention. Pay attention to any ideas that come to mind. Your cells, your body has such a great memory. And if it's coming up, it's ready to be looked at. It's ready to be evaluated. And as you breathe even deeper, fill your torso with that energy and fill your ribs. Just allow that energy to flow around into your ribs and your breastbone, and then just settle into your lungs and your stomach. And breathe in. And a shout out to our thymus. Yeah, we all want to stay really healthy right now in our best ever shape. And breathe over your shoulders. And notice how it feels to have that energy. You might feel coolness. You might feel warmth. And just make note of how that feels to you. Do you like it cool? Do you like it warm? And you can be asking, what is my soul trying to tell me that it needs? Because behind your thymus is your heart. And rest in your heart. And breathe in your heart. And pull up oxygen and the energy of the earth up to support your heart even more. If you need to reground, recheck your roots, go right ahead. Take all of the time you need. And breathe into your throat and your jawbone and your teeth. Yeah, when we're stressed, they take quite a beating sometimes. And the muscles in your face, let them be nourished by the earth. And the bones in your head and your ears and your nose. And if you have trouble with allergies or congestion in your sinuses, just notice in particular what they look like and what would they like to feel like. And then in this space, in this energy, just ask the earth to get that for you. Maybe your sinuses feel kind of gray and they need pink. I wonder what it would feel like if I could have pink in my sinuses. And feed your eyes. They work so hard, especially watching videos all the time and Zoom calls. And your brain, yeah. I'd say it's slowed down just a little bit, but there's always something else our brains need. So be curious. What does it need to be at its best? Maybe it's more water. Maybe it's more time outside. And ask, what does my soul want to reach for? And expect an answer. And while you may not get the answer today, keep expecting an answer. Because the fact that you want something means you deserve it. And it's out there for you. And take one more nice deep breath in and allow that energy of the earth to flow out the top of your head and down over the outside of your arms and down into the earth. And with another breath, you breathe into your shoulders and down your arms, filling those bones, your elbows, your wrists, and all the joints in your hands, the bones in your hands. And just be curious. And let that energy flow out your fingers and down into the earth. And you can sit here all you'd like, but I'm going to let you go. I'd love to hear what you liked about that and what you feel you were missing. Because this is just the beginning of the conversation. So wiggle your fingers and toes. Rotate your ankles, give your neck a little rotation. And then take a moment to write down what you experienced on your gingerbread man. And promise to visit yourself regularly. I'd love to know how it goes. I want to thank you so much for joining me. It's been my pleasure to share. I love this exercise. And remember, your thank you gift is at yourblissfuljourney.com/stress-relief/. And watch and share the great resource that's here for everybody, from everybody, on BBTV. Bye for now.
I hope that you've enjoyed the show today as much as we've enjoyed making it for you. If you've got anything out of this episode, please do tell someone else how they can subscribe to the Brand Builders TV channel at youtube.com/brandbuilderstv. Why not join us at our next Brand Builders Thinkubator, a global mastermind that we run every week to take away the loneliness of being in business on your own. For more information and to book your place, visit light.brandbuilders.club/Thinkubator. That's light.brandbuilders.club/Thinkubator. Until next time, be the ripple that you wish to see in the world, and we'll see you soon.